Good evening, family and friends. I appreciate the opportunity to speak with you at this ceremony, Piedmont Technical College graduation and 50th year anniversary. This is a special occasion that we're gathered for, as we're celebrating Piedmont Technical College 50 years of providing the community with positive and productive citizens. This graduating class has been placed on a road that has been attempted many times before, but the road to success is less traveled. Graduates, believe it or not, I know exactly what you guys are thinking and feeling. 10 years ago, I was sitting in those same seats, scared and excited at the same time. I was excited that I was graduating, but scared of the thought that I might not have studied enough or learned enough to go out in this so-called real world. I would later learn that I was actually more than ready to take on the challenge of life. When I was asked to speak at this event, I was nervous, thinking, what will I say? How could I even make an impact? Then I thought I would speak from the heart, bearing a little of my soul and struggle, emphasizing that no matter how hard it may seem or how bleak it may be, with perseverance, faith, and dedication, any hardship can and will be overcome. I was born in Atlanta, Georgia, the eldest of 3 boys. I was a happy child. I never really gave my mom any problems. My brothers kept my mom busy as children, being kids. My mom instilled in us, respect your elders and treat people the way you would like to be treated. And if you help someone, don't expect anything in return. I was an introvert as a child. I lived in my own world, listening to music and dreaming of a better life. I will never forget that day that changed my life forever. One day, my mother woke my brothers and I up for school, like usual, but she woke us up 2 hours early on this particular day. I was too young at the time to think anything was wrong. So we got ready for school, ate breakfast, and waited at the bus stop a whole hour early before pickup. When I returned from school is when I understood why my mom woke us up early and ushered us out the door that particular morning. Stepping off the school bus, I saw a mob of people gathered around a pile of family valuables, taking what they wanted. As I got close, I noticed things that looked like some of the things that I owned. I got closer, and I noticed the television someone was holding was mine. I noticed a toy that belonged to my brother. Then I realized it was my family valuables that the people were taking. I felt so helpless, embarrassed, and angry. I just couldn't understand how someone could be so happy in someone else's misery with no sign of guilt or understanding to have for the people suffering. We would go to a shelter. That day, I vowed this would never happen to me again. We would eventually move to South Carolina in the summer of 1989. All we had were the clothes on our backs and a little money that my mom made from odd jobs working temp services. I graduated Union High School in 1994 with dreams of being a lawyer. I attended college for a year and dropped out. I got a job in juvenile corrections as a behavior modification specialist. It's a big name for counselor. I really liked this job because I was helping and teaching. I was in that line of work for 8 years until I was forced out due to state budget cuts. In 2004, again, I found myself at a crossroads, but this time it was different. I was an adult and married with children. My wife asked me if I had heard of Piedmont Technical College. Graduating Union High School, I hadn't really heard of Piedmont Tech, but with my wife's high recommendations, I knew it would be a place for me. I would like to personally thank my wife, Letitia, who is in the audience, for her recommendation. Thank you. I love you. It really changed my life forever. My career choice wasn't one I chose, but rather it chose me. As I sat down with my advisor, he asked what program I would like. I really didn't know, so he gave me the college catalog to review. Without a second thought, I opened the catalog and opened to respiratory therapy. So I chose that path and stayed focused. After making the dean's list my whole first year, I entered the program in 2005. Respiratory therapy is a fast-paced, very intricate field of study. To be a therapist, you must understand the algorithms of protocols and patient management. My instructors took that time to make sure the materials they were teaching were understood by the student. Being in a fast-paced environment means you have to adapt to change quickly. You have to think on your feet, and you have to make split-second decisions on the go and be accurate when taking care of the patient. I have so many pleasant memories of Piedmont Technical College, but my fondest memory was the sincerity of the instructors. They just didn't want you to know the material, but they wanted you to understand the material being taught. With this knowledge of understanding, it builds an environment of passion for the field. The instructors had an open door policy which was conducive for learning, and it made it easier for the students to express concerns and talk to the instructor. That environment allowed the student to grow and explore the possibilities of change and new ideas. You quickly learn that Piedmont Technical College is not just an institution for learning, but it's also a place for nurturing and molding of an individual. Of course, PTC stands for Piedmont Technical College, but PTC deserves to have another phrase added. PTC should stand for Patiently Teaching Careers. I graduated in 2007 with full-time work at Newberry County Memorial Hospital. After graduating, I felt I was ready for a career in respiratory therapy due to the wealth of knowledge of my instructors and from coursework. My first job, I was scared, but I was confident that I knew that my life was on the right path. Piedmont Technical College prepared me for my new career by having their instructors encourage us and expect nothing but the best from the students. I am now a respiratory care practitioner with 10 years of experience. I am also a clinical instructor of respiratory care program here at the college. My hope is to instill the same values and traits into my students that my instructors instilled into me. Hard work and dedication pays off. Since graduating, I've had many opportunities that have shown me that I've been blessed into the right profession. When you have family members thanking you for making their loved one last days enjoyable, or saving a life, and then having that person crying and thanking you for saving their life, it's beyond words. With graduation, you finished much of what you set out to do, and yet you're beginning again. You will be moving into further study, and the doors of opportunity will open for you. As you enter this new phase of life, pray that you have understanding and direction in the decisions you will have to make, and remember that Piedmont Technical College guided you to your destination. Once in everyone's life, there is that wake-up call that tells you it's time to change your situation, but only a few will answer that call. My wake-up call was the day I stepped off that bus on that fateful day. What your life is worth can only be answered by you. No matter if your background or your story is like mine or not, we all want to change in a better life. We all know that in order for our life to change, we have to change ourselves first. But what most people don't usually realize is that in order to change yourself, you have to understand we are our brother's keeper. All the careers we have chosen will provide a service for someone. As I learned from my mother long ago, we must treat everyone the way we want to be treated, and if you help someone, don't expect anything in return. Gratification comes in knowing that the service you provided has helped progress someone's life in a positive direction. And to my mother, who is in the audience this evening, I would like to personally thank you for your guidance, strength, and wisdom. I love you, and happy Mother's Day. Graduates, nothing worth having comes to anybody without hard work and a drive for excellence. I wish all of you good luck in your future, and congratulations, class of 2016. Go out and do some big things. Who knows? One of you may be invited to speak at the 60th anniversary. Thank you for your time.